So I want to introduce you guys to my friend Captain Chemo. Everyone say hello to Captain Chemo. He's our good guy today. So what happens is chemo is short for a really long and complicated word called chemotherapy. Now, chemotherapy, you don't have to remember that word, you're not going to be quizzed on it, but it is an important role in cancer research and cancer protection. So when someone has a blood cancer, one way that they can get rid of their cancer cells, all of those bad guys that were blocking all of our healthy cells, is to have chemotherapy treatment. What I'm going to have Captain Chemo do is run up to those cells, grab them, and my cancer cells are just going to fall to the ground. But this is where I need your guys' support, okay? So when Captain Chemo is running up to those cells, I want you guys to cheer as loud as you possibly can, within control. You're all in your classroom, so not too loudly. But cheer him on, give him support, okay? Because this is a group effort, and I need your guys' help as well as Captain Chemo's help, okay? So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Well, see what happened now? So Captain Chemo did an excellent job. Thank you so much, Captain Chemo. Captain Chemo took away all of those bad cells that we didn't need in our body anymore. So now, all of our healthy cells, my friend Rhonda, my friend Wendy, and my friend Paul, are standing proud and tall because they don't have any cancer cells protecting them or covering them anymore. So see, what happens when someone goes under chemotherapy is that chemotherapy takes away all of the bad cells, and now there's room again for all of my healthy cells to do what they need to do. The red blood cells have room to grab that oxygen, the white blood cells have room to fight off that infection, and my platelets have room to stop bleeding. So that's a little bit about how blood and blood cancer works. Now I know it can be a little scary to talk about. I want to tell you guys something. When we're talking about this, you guys might be wondering, well, who does cancer affect? Truth is, guys, we're not 100% sure why blood cancer affects the people that it affects, okay? But there's 2 really, really important things I want you guys to get from me today, okay? Number 1, most important thing, people who have blood cancer did not catch blood cancer. So some of you guys may know someone who has cancer, or you knew a family member or friend who has cancer. What I want you guys to do is, if you know someone, or if you ever meet someone who has a blood cancer, I want you to give them a high five, or give them a big hug, or kiss on the cheek if they're a family member of yours. Because guess what? You're not going to catch it, okay? And I promise you, the friends of yours or the family members of yours that have blood cancer are going to love the support that you give them, because you're never going to catch it. It's not contagious. Number 2, most important thing I want you guys to get from today is that people who have blood cancer did not do anything wrong to get cancer. It's not because they were picking on their younger brother or sister, although you shouldn't do that, it's not very nice. It's not because they weren't eating their broccoli, although you should probably eat your broccoli, it's good for you. And it's not because they stole a cookie out of the cookie jar, although if it's before dinner, you shouldn't do that either. Truth is, guys, we're not 100% sure why it happens, but that's where we get you guys to help us out. You guys are going to be participating in something that's going to help us figure out why and who this blood cancer affects.